Welcome to ZoomTV, the show where we explore everything that flies, drives and floats and invite you along for the experience. We plan to give you some information and we are going to have some fun along the way. On today's program, we focus on the good old-fashioned dual cab. Now, when these vehicles came out, it's fair to say that the designers had a great intention but poor execution, because they were designed to meet the needs of both the tradesperson and the family. They met the needs of the tradesperson, but the family were unfortunately cut a little bit short. However, nowadays, dual cabs are designed to meet the needs of both just perfectly. So on today's program, we're going to look at three of the most popular, starting with the Toyota Hilux, thanks to City Toyota.
Now, the latest offering of this mighty truck includes a number of refinements over the previous models.
And another extremely popular dual cab would have to be the Mitsubishi Triton. Thanks to John Hughes, Alan checks out the all-new Mitsi.
For a start, there's a new, better performing and more fuel-efficient turbo diesel engine.
And a dual cab we just had to have on today's program is one that's entered the 21st century with a bang, and that is the all-new Nissan Navara. Nissan have finally given their incredibly popular Navara ute the attention it deserves. And today's ZoomTV Rewind is my experience at the Perth Motor Show, where I got to meet a very special car. What would be some of the highlights of the show this year?
Well, obviously the Lamborghini Aventador, it's an $800,000 car.
And our celebrity hitchhiker, thanks to City Toyota today, is the extremely funny man behind the Australian movie Kenny, Shane Jacobson.
I've had an interest for cars all my life, and I've got a car collection.
Plus, thanks to United Fuel Injection, I'm going to give you the details of our three favourite live events happening around the country involving things that fly, drive and float. Now get your tool belts ready. It's time for ZoomTV.
Today we're going to take a look at Australia's most loved dual cab, the Toyota Hilux. Now, I reckon every man and his dog must own one, or wish they did. One man that's been instrumental in this happening is dealer principal of City Toyota, Wayne Smith. Wayne, how you going, mate?
G'day, Ross.
You have seen heaps of these going through your front door.
I think because we've got a 4x2 single cab Hilux right through to the top of the range dual cab SR5. There's plenty of variants within that range, so hence plenty of cars out on the road.
Now, the latest offering of this mighty truck includes a number of refinements over the previous models, including safety and fuel efficiency, just for starters. The whole range of Hilux now boasts stability and traction control at standard, and it's these features that earned it the coveted AMCAP 5-star safety rating. One small but very important addition is the fitting of a 3-point safety belt in the middle rear seat, where previous models only had a lap-type belt. Now, the inside hasn't been overlooked either, with the introduction of a 6.1-inch touchscreen media system, also Bluetooth audio streaming and extra USB inputs. Now, this information screen is a beauty. It gives you all the information, such as your fuel and average fuel usage, also your cruise distance, plus the outside temperature. Now, for those that go out in the bush and want to get lost, there's also a compass in here to show you the way home. Under the bonnet, the engine is still the same as the previous model Toyota. And why wouldn't it? If you're on a good thing, stick to it. Delivering 126 kilowatts of power and 343 newton meters of torque, she has plenty of low-down grunt. Now, did I mention an improvement in fuel efficiency? Now, you're going to say, how is that done with the same engine? Well, it's the introduction of the new 5-speed auto, which provides a much easier and smoother vehicle. You should achieve around 8.7 litres per 100 kilometres. Now, the ride is good. It's firm and predictable. The steering is nice and light and precise, and there are a number of controls on the steering wheel which makes driving this vehicle so much easier. Now, Toyota, in their wisdom, have not gone to the knob to change from four-wheel drive to two-wheel drive and vice versa. They've gone with the stick shift still there for those four-wheel drive enthusiasts. Now, did I say it's got a reversing camera? Huh. Well, it has. Finally, and probably most importantly, the Hilux range has a fixed price servicing of $180 per visit for the first 3 years of ownership. So if you're thinking of ownership, drop into City Toyota in Newcastle Street, Perth, because you can purchase right now an SR5 for just $49,990. For more info, just click on to citytoyota.net.au.
You see, I told you, the Hilux has come a long way. After the break, we find out just how far the Mitsubishi Triton has come when we check out the all-new Mitsi.
It's a Mitsi?
Yes, it's a Mitsi, but not just any Mitsi. This is the all-new for 2015 Mitsubishi Triton, boasting best-in-class performance and new looks inside and out. As the glossy brochure says, get ready to be surprised. And there really is a lot to be surprised about. For a start, there's a new, better performing and more fuel-efficient turbo diesel engine, improved four-wheel drive system, better driving dynamics and greater refinement across the platform. The all-new Triton arrives with an adjusted model lineup. Entry-level GLX is available in both two-wheel drive, single-cab chassis or double-cab pickup, and four-wheel drive, single-cab chassis, a new club cab chassis or double-cab pickup. Mid-grade GLS and range-topping Exceed are exclusively four-wheel drive double-cab pickups. Significantly, for private and fleet buyers alike, Triton has been awarded the maximum 5-star ANCAP safety rating, and that's a claim very few utes can make. But then again, it's a Mitsi. All new Triton is all new from the ground up, still maintaining the brand's hallmark durability and reliability and delivering more luxury car-like comfort, refinement, manoeuvrability and, as we mentioned, safety. The change continues under the bonnet as well, with the debut of a new 2.4-litre four-cylinder MyVec turbo diesel engine. The good news is power and torque are both up over the previous generation and fuel consumption is down. Well, John, I've been driving the Exceed today, which is fantastic, but there's a little bit more to the Triton story, isn't there?
The previous model was out for about 9 years. Since then, as you'd be aware, technology has improved dramatically. So this new model embodies all of that new technology, which makes it an excellent vehicle.
We've got 3 fast facts for you. You ready? Warranty.
5 years or 100,000 kilometres, whatever occurs first, obviously.
Fast fact number 2, servicing.
Okay, you service them every year or 15,000 kilometres, whatever occurs first. You get cap price servicing for 4 years and up to 5 years free roadside assistance. How's that?
Fantastic. And the last fast fact, tell me about your favourite feature, John.
Well, there are a lot of them and it's hard to pick, but I think it's probably the fact it's got a brand new 2.4 turbo diesel motor. Very economical, long life and great for towing.
With the 5-seat Triton, there's plenty of space and comfort. The Triton Exceed we have today gives us leather seats, differential lock, smart key with push-button start, steering wheel mounted paddle shifters, power driver's seat and the Mitsubishi multi-communication system with 7-inch touchscreen, 3D satellite navigation mapping and SD card reader. The best place to test drive all new Mitsubishi Triton is at John Hughes Mitsubishi. Go to johnhughes.com.au.
If you want to share the passion you have about anything that flies, drives or floats, there's no better place to share that passion than attending a live event. Thanks to United Fuel Injection, the only place to get more torque out of your diesel, here are our 3 favourite live events happening all over the country.
In Victoria, it's all about iconic Holdens at the Central Victorian All Holden Day. Come and be a part of the rich history and great culture that comes with owning a Holden. See some of the rarest vintage Holdens as well as the latest Super Tune machines. Own a Holden and think it's pretty special? Well, enter it in for judging and you could win. It all kicks off at 9 AM at the Bendigo Showgrounds on Sunday, the 16th of August. In New South Wales, you can raise money for the disaster relief fund Aussie Care and meet up with plenty of motoring enthusiasts. The Maitland Motoring Fest is on again, and it welcomes all makes and models of hot rods, street machines, lowriders, motorcycles, classics and anything else that rules the streets. Get down to the Maitland Showgrounds on Sunday the 16th of August, with all proceeds going to help those in need of disaster relief. And if you're a fan of 4 wheels and 2 wings, then the Grafton Wings and Wheels Open Day is the event for you. Combining elegant classic and vintage cars with recreational aircraft, even handmade planes, this event has something for everyone. Come along and explore rare motoring sites and have a feed at the barbecue. It's free entry and free parking at the Grafton Aero Club of New South Wales on Sunday the 16th of August.
So they were our 3 favourite live events happening around the country. Best of all, they were submitted by people passionate about things that fly, drive and float. Now, if you've got a live event coming up, we'd love to give it a plug. All you've got to do is go to our website and click on the Get Involved tab, tell us about the event, give us some pictures, maybe some videos, and we will tell our friends about it. There's nothing I love more than a good old-fashioned motor show. Why? Because it brings people that are passionate about the same things together. It allows people to network and get advice from motoring enthusiasts and specialists. That said, I'm at the Perth Motor Show. There hasn't been one here for a while, so as you can see, there's an absolute buzz in the air. Come on, let's go in there. I'm excited. Come on. I'm with the organiser of the Perth Motor Show, Peter Woods. How you doing, Pete?
Hi, how you going, Aaron?
I'm doing really well. Now, you've done a great job here. It's a really good setup.
Yeah, it's great. People in Perth love motor shows, and it's been a 3-year absence, so to have the show come back this year, we're getting great reactions. Fantastic.
Now, you've got a good collection of cars. What would be some of the highlights of the show this year?
Well, obviously the Lamborghini Aventador. To get that car, it was released in Europe this year, only in March. We went to the Melbourne International Show. It was supposed to go to China, but we were able to snafu it and get it here in Perth. It's an $800,000 car, and it's carbon fibre, V12, 0 to 102.9 seconds, 350 km/h car. It is absolutely sensational. That's been the real show car. But there's heaps of other. We've got Ferraris and Lamborghinis, BMW here, but also we've got HSV. So there's cars for everybody here, which is great.
One of the great things about the Perth Motor Show is they have this very interactive stage where they don't only educate, they also entertain. So what are you actually doing over here, Anna?
We're here to promote the launch of Shell V-Power, our 98 octane fuel, to the Perth market.
And you've brought over a very special car with you.
Yes, we're very fortunate to have the 2010 Formula 1 Ferrari, which is a great demonstration of our technical partnership with Ferrari, which has lasted over 60 years and 450 races.
To find out more about the Perth Motor Show, go to perthmotorshow.com.au or follow the links from ZoomTV. Cast your mind back to 2005. John Howard was still Prime Minister of Australia. We were introduced to a brand new Pope. Gwen Stefani's Hollaback Girl was screaming out of every single speaker, no matter where you went. It was a very sad time for the television industry and my mother, as Bert Newton hung up his boots and Good Morning Australia would be no more. But if you were a fan of the Nissan, you would have been excited as we were introduced to major updates and changes to their Navara. Since then, though, not much has changed. Well, Nissan fans, I'm excited to tell you that 2015 could prove to be one of the most important, if not one of the most exciting times, especially if you're a fan of the Navara. Nissan have finally given their incredibly popular Navara ute the attention it deserves. Out goes the old dated Navara D40 series and in comes this sleek new Navara NP300. Now I know what you're thinking, Navara fans, was it worth the wait? The easy answer? Yes. You see, the ute market in Australia is extremely competitive. It's so competitive that 1 out of every 5 vehicles sold is in fact a ute. And this is how a modern ute should be designed and look. Tough and sexy. And to do that, Nissan have completely redesigned the Navara from the outside right through to the interior. The exterior of the old model looked blocky and square, but the latest series looks like it's taken a few styling tips from the many SUVs on the road today. I love the muscular wheel arches, the completely redesigned front end, the subtle but small changes like the LED headlights with daytime runners, and the subtle creases throughout the body. I've got to tell you, this Navara belongs in 2015. But it's not all cosmetic changes. In fact, some of the most impressive updates you can't even see. For example, the ride and handling has been improved a lot by a brand new multi-link suspension system in the back end. And that takes the Navara from being, well, a ute to a very impressive passenger vehicle. You see, most utes with leaf suspension are designed to do their best when they're carrying a load. However, Nissan's multi-link suspension means you get the same ride and the same driving feel, whether it's empty or carrying a load. And I've got to tell you, it's empty at the moment. The back doesn't feel too light. It feels firm on the road, but importantly, it's extremely comfortable. The all-new Navara is powered by a 2.3 litre four-cylinder diesel that you can get in either a single or twin turbo. It's slightly smaller and lighter than the outgoing engine, but trust me, it feels way more responsive throughout the rev range. There's 450 Newton meters of torque just there. Now that's more than enough to lug around most loads. And the thing that gets my attention with the Navara is the fact the engine noise doesn't. And what I mean by that is most utes this size sound like a washing machine stuck on the spin cycle, but the Navara's engine gives off a nice deep bass. And you've got to admit, it's pretty quiet. The interior of the all-new Navara has received the same attention as the exterior, and I can confirm it feels as good as it looks. The 7-inch touchscreen in the middle of the new look dash is home to your sat-nav, reversing camera, Bluetooth connectivity, and of course, all your entertainment. It's also incredibly safe, with 7 airbags and plenty of electronic driving aids like hill start assist, hill descent control, and electronic lock-in rear diff. Perfect for the serious off-roader. It's been 10 years in the making, but the brand new Nissan Navara is a game changer in the Aussie ute market. With updated styling both inside and out, and a more efficient engine, and a drive like a passenger vehicle, it's definitely raised the bar for the competition. To find out more or test drive one for yourself, get in touch with our friends at Total Nissan, part of Australia's largest automotive group, AHG. So there you have it, our third and final most improved dual cab. Now, if you've got a cool dual cab or a trade mate, we'd love to see a picture. All you've got to do is email it to us, and you can get our details at our website, zoomtv.com.au. Now, after the break, we catch up with a star of an Australian movie who made the good old-fashioned dunny an Australian icon, Shane Jacobson, the star of Kenny. Okay, now it's time to break some truth. I'm not the special guest of the Perth Motor Show. The guy to my right is Shane Jacobson. How you doing, mate?
Do you think it looks remotely like we're actually driving? I was just about to say, look at this driving with the wind in our hair, but it just doesn't work for you.
Bug.
Oh, burn.
Now, mate, you are the writer and the star of a great Australian movie.
Co-writer.
Co-writer.
My brother was a bit of a genius.
Okay.
My brother gave me a career. I'm running around going, I was Kenny. And there's a guy in the background. It's like the Wizard of Oz. Behind that curtain, there's a guy pulling levers, making it all happen.
Now, today's the first time I've met you, and the question I want to ask, and I'm sure everyone at home wants to know, what was your fastest ever speed in a car? And what was it?
What is my quickest? It was with Craig Lowndes.
I was with him once. The RAC Centre in Perth.
Oh, there you go.
Nothing flash.
Oh, no, we were Phillip Island. So going down the straight there, I don't know, what you're doing, 280, 300?
Yeah, and that was scary. Did he tease you about being a noddy? That's all I did.
No, well, I didn't move a lot because they had trouble. This is a true story. I've lost 20 kilos, thanks for asking. I had to get in the car. I didn't have to. I wanted to get in the car with Craig Lowndes, and they had to get me in, and they'd suited me up, put the helmet on, and they got me in, and it was his actual comp car, right? But they'd put a seat in, but it was quite cramped, so I had to get in through the roll bays, and I got stuck trying to get in it, like I was kind of
I was
all bent over like a wombat trying to lick its toes, you know, like this. And they had to have people push me in And then they had trouble strapping me in. And the fact was, I couldn't move. So I was as rigid. Well, even the roll cage just about moves when he's got it full tilt. I was as rigid as the roll cage. And I lost a chance to drive a V8 supercar. Yeah. I was going to do a story, and I lost a chance to drive it because I didn't fit in the driver's seat. And that's what made me go, I think I probably should lose a little bit of weight. But the best exercise, if anyone wants to know the best exercise to do to lose weight, it is this. You ready? It's that. Push yourself away from the table and stop eating.
There you go. My quick story with Lowndesy was I got in and he strapped me in and we're going around and around in circles, and I was meant to drive after him. He was cool with that, but after, I think we're meant to do 3 laps. After the second lap, I'm just, no, take me in.
Stop this.
Take me in. And that was it. Are you doing it as an actor or you have a real passion for cars?
Man, I think it's the same. You and me are the same. You know, we've got. I think you get asked to be involved in these things because there is a real passion, and people can smell it out. You can't fake passion. Yeah. And I've had an interest, a fascination, a love, whatever word you want to choose, for cars all my life. And I've got a car collection. I've got an EH Holden, HQ Ute. I've got a HJ Kingswood. I've got a combi camper van. I had to get a combi because everyone looks so happy when they're driving a combi. Oh no, wait, everyone, just pan that way, quick, quick. Look, come on, this is a car show. Oh my God, I love Morris's.
He's not even smiling.
How could you not be happy?
How could you not smile?
You don't belong here!
Yeah, exactly.
Driving a Lamborghini without smiling.
He's not even smiling at all. Mate, thank you very much for coming over to Perth. We do appreciate it. And hopefully catch you back next year as co-host of Zoom. Hey. That'd be awesome.
Hey, pleasure,
mate. Thank you very much.
Okay, so the end is near, but no longer is it near for the dual cab. You'd have to agree they've all come a very long way. Now, we want to thank everyone that came on today's program, plus, of course, this week's Goose of the Week, Mr. Shane Jacobson. Also, a big thank you to everyone that keeps submitting their live event information. We love getting it. Keep it coming, people. If you've got a live event coming up, go to our website, click on the Get Involved tab, and you never know, we may just get involved. Until next week, bye for now. Thanks for watching, and remember, whatever you do that Zooms, make sure you do it safe.
And that's a wrap.